Okay, go.
All right. So external nair right here,
Yeah.
and then internal nair is going to be right here. Right. Now, what's it called? Inside.
Everybody, I'm going to do a quiz 17, meaning the Monday's quiz. I'm going to do a retake for that in like 15 minutes.
All right, cool. All right, does she have here in... All right, cool. Awesome. Now, first, you see this bony part right here? That's the hard palate.
Yeah.
Do you see where it starts to become soft right here?
Yeah.
That's the soft palate. Now, here, this little ding-a-ling thing that hangs down, that's the thing that when you open your mouth, you see the little thing right there?
Yeah.
What is that?
The hole.
Not vulva, that's something else.
Ova. That's
Uva.
Uvula.
Yeah. Uvula, well, it's also uva in Spanish. It means like little grape.
Okay.
Yeah, it means like it looks like a little tiny grape. Anyways, all right. So now keep this in mind, this little thing right here. All right, for our next structures later on. Now, do you see this little tip thing here, Marjorie? That little thing. That's the thing that flaps up and down whenever you swallow. Anybody know what that is?
Oh, what's one of the pharynx thingies?
Not a pharynx.
I don't know.
That's going to be the epiglottis.
Oh. Is that
Huh?
on there?
Pretty sure it's down here somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Good job.
Epiglottis.
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 Right there. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm pointing these out is because that's going to help us identify the regions.
Oh.
Cool. All right. Now, so all of this is the nasal cavity, right? Once we get to the back wall, this is your throat. This is the pharynx.
So that whole thing is
All of it. Exactly. All of it. So from here to here. But do you guys see how long that is?
Yeah.
Now, not only is it long, it's also going to have different type of epithelial tissue. So that's why we have to separate it in regions. From the internal nair down to the tip of the epiglottis, what region of the pharynx is that in? Is it in the nose, or is it in the mouth, or is it in the larynx?
No nose.
Nose. So that's why it's called the
Nasal pharynx.
narrow nasal pharynx. Great job. Now, this is the oral cavity, right? From the tip of the epiglottis, down here, and to the tip of the uvula, this little part of the pharynx, well, guess what that's going to be called?
Oral pharynx.
There you go. Great job. Now, this is the one that sounds funny. From the tip of the epiglottis down to here, right? This little part of the pharynx is called what? The laryngeal pharynx. I know. Which means the larynx, the pharynx of the larynx. That sounds funny to me.
Okay.
That would be like a dope rap name.
What?
I'm just saying. That would be so cool. MC larynx of the pharynx. Anyways, okay. So you guys feel good about that so far?
Yeah.
All right, she doesn't have the... Okay, cool. She doesn't have the tonsils, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right, now, do you guys see here how there's these two folds here, 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Now, from here down, this is the esophagus, so we're not going to worry about that until next unit. This is where we have to focus. All of this right here, that's the larynx. That's the voice box. Now, in the larynx, there's these two folds. The top one is the vestibular folds, the false vocal folds, and the one underneath it is your true vocal folds. Cool? So vestibular folds up top, vocal folds down low.
Okay.
Cool? You feel good about that?
Yeah. It's not on there.
Wait, vocal folds is not?
No.
She talked about it in lecture.
She said it was like a tidbit. Like, the more you know.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, that's
Good
totally
to know.
fine.
Good to
Awesome.
know.
Cool. All right, perfect. I'm not gonna worry about that then. Now, here, you guys see, actually you'll be able to see it better here. And there. So basically this is what we were looking at earlier. See that?
Yeah.
So this is, what's this right here? The little flap thing in the jiggy?
The epiglottis.
The epiglottis. Great job. So this is the vestibular folds, vocal folds, but it's not on your list, so we're not going to worry about it. Now, if I put them together, right, you can see the epiglottis more here, right? And it's called the epiglottis because it's above the opening here, which is the glottis. This little hole here is called the glottis. This is above it, and it flaps down.
It's the whole thing, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
So all of this is the epiglottis. It flaps down whenever you swallow. That way, food doesn't go down your trachea.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Now, right here, this is the thyroid cartilage.
Okay.
Right? Thyroid means shield.
Oh,
Right? And it kind of looks like a shield if you kind of look at it. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, right here, do you guys see this one? The one that's underneath it? This one's called cricoid cartilage. It looks small, right?
Yeah.
But actually, look at it from the back. This one doesn't work. That was anticlimactic. Yeah, so check this out. So here's the cricoid cartilage, right? But if we follow it to the back, look how large it is. See that?
Yeah.
So in other words, in the posterior aspect, the cricoid cartilage is very, very huge, but in the front, it's very small. The word cricoid means ring-like. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, you have perfect rings. Can I see this one?
This one?
No, sorry, this one. Yeah, you don't have to take it out. That's fine. Anyways, so if you look at this ring, right, it's very thin on one side, but when you look at it from the other side, it's very huge. Right? Same thing with the cricoid cartilage. You can have your ring small fingers. All right, anyways. Now, after that, we're going to have the trachea, right? Is the windpipe, so to say. And then after the, is the carina on there? No? Okay, then don't worry about the carina. So there's going to be this little branch right here. This is the primary bronchus, right? And then after it splits, now it's a secondary bronchus, right? And after that splits again, now we have the tertiary bronchus.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Primary, secondary, tertiary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would just be right and left?
Yeah, right and left, yeah. I don't think she goes right and left. She doesn't care if you
Definitely has right and left.
She does?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
She just has those two though. She doesn't have like the secondary one.
Oh, okay, then don't worry about it, I guess. Cool. Now, once this right here is going to be bundled. If actually, maybe we'll be able to see it from here. There we go. Okay, this one you can kind of see the. There we go. Perfect. So do you guys see here? Can you go over here? Sorry. She's like, I guess. So do you see here how we have the primary bronchus right here?
Yeah.
And then we have the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, right? How do I know that's the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein?
Because it's colored.
But isn't our arteries red? Wrong, Hamad, wrong. Right?
Yeah,
Sorry.
wrong, Hamad.
Because remember, the pulmonary stuff is opposite, right? See that? Pulmonary arteries. Okay, anyways. Sorry. Okay, anyways. Now, all of those collection going into the lung, that's the root. Cool? Feel good about that? No?
This is the root?
Yeah, so this plus the arteries and veins, all of them bundled as one. Like, imagine I take my cable, your cable, and her cable bundled as one. That's the root, right? So it's the pulmonary, it's this guy, plus the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, bundled as one. That right there is going to be the pulmonary. That's just the root.
So if she goes like this,
Yeah.
that's the root.
If we point at all of these together, that'll be the root.
Okay, but if you point at this is just the primary bronchi.
Bronchus.
Bronchus.
Close
Okay.
enough.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys see that little darker spot right there, darker brown? Guess what?
Yeah.
Where those tubes are going into? What's that?
Oh, that's the divot.
What is that divot called?
The hilum.
The hilum. The way I remember it is, have you guys ever done the Heimlich remover on someone?
This one? No.
No? Do you know what the Heimlich remover is?
I do, but
Okay.
doing it on someone that's like.
Yes.
Well, you
That's
just had it on the
intense.
back?
That's intense.
I remember I learned it in class, like in high school, and I did it to my little brother that same day. I was so proud.
That's so scary.
I was like, I got this, guys. Back up. And they're like,
Oh my god.
anyways, okay.
Okay.
I still remind him that I saved his life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry? No, do you see that darker brown part right here?
The staining.
The darker brown thingy-majiggy right there?
So that dark brown stuff?
Yeah, that's the hilum. The reason why I was mentioning the Heimlich remover is like, imagine someone grabbed the lung and did a Heimlich remover, and it has a hilum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyways, never mind.
Alright.
Yeah, that doesn't
They're
hit
faded
anymore.
because they don't have any DNA.
It stopped hitting like 3 years ago.
It's basically
Anyways.
like if you
You guys feel
were trying
good?
to.
Alright, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Where's the superior lobe, the inferior lobe, the cardiac notch, and the segmental point?
Yeah, that's not it.
So segmental and lobular bronchioles, that's primary, secondary. So you can either say, so this right here is also called the lobular bronchiole, and these are called the tertiary, The segmental.
Segmental. Okay,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
but-
I prefer primary, secondary, tertiary.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Easier.
Okay.
Instead of saying, because the reason why these are called lobar is because the secondary bronchus or lobar, they go to individual lobes, right? Which is why this one only has 2, whereas this one has 3 primary,
Okay.
right? Because it has 3 lobes on this side and 2 on this side,
Okay.
right?
And then this little thin piece right here is your diaphragm, right?
That's the diaphragm. All of this actually.
Oh, so this
All
whole
of it,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Now, if we look over here, are you okay, dude? Yeah, good on. Can you stand next to her, please?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you have water?